There is no surprise, a week early, wire the funds today. Typically, that does not happen. So if you get an email like that, don't hurry and wire the funds to this new account that you've been given. As I sit in the principal broker seat, I see all the deals coming in and I notice more problems than I ever would have become aware of just doing my own real estate practice for years. And so I felt today like I should share some of these warnings with you from what I've seen other people experience. I personally have never had one of my clients become a victim of wire fraud. I don't believe that in our office we have ever had one of our clients become a victim of wire fraud, at least not when I was sitting here and I heard about it. I have been in communication with our escrow officers locally in Grants Pass, and I have heard from escrow officers that this has happened right here in our area in Grants Pass. Somebody wired the money over for a cash purchase to buy their new house. They were so excited, and they had become victim of wire fraud. All of their money went off somewhere, I don't know, to pay for some scammers Caribbean cruise or something, but it was gone. They sent the wire, they sent the funds, they sent them to somebody else, and then of course they could not purchase a house because the money had been spent and it was somewhere else. I hope that that doesn't happen to you. That should not happen to you. That almost never happens. But there is so much money in play when we're talking about real estate that there are people in the world that are trying to target this time to take advantage of home buyers. That's why the wire fraud advisory is so important, and that's why it's worth taking a minute to think about it and to become informed. At the beginning of a real estate purchase, you will know your real estate agent, you know who you're working with, you know their phone number. Save it in your phone. When they introduce you to the escrow agent, have them give you the escrow agent's phone number. Save that in your phone so that you have a direct link for you to reach out to your own escrow agent. Throughout the process, if anything happens that seems like the wiring instructions have changed, or seems like they're putting pressure on you that you have to send this right now, right now, right now, the truth is, it's worth it to take a minute to think about that. Call your agent, call your escrow officer, make sure everyone's all on the same page. From my experience in real estate, by the time you're ready to actually wire the funds, everybody knew that day was coming. We're all on the calendar. We're all counting down to the same closing date with eager anticipation. There is no surprise, a week early, wire the funds today. Typically, that does not happen. So if you get an email like that, don't hurry and wire the funds to this new account that you've been given, even if it looks like the email came directly from your escrow officer or directly from your agent or directly from your lender, directly from somebody you trust. Don't hurry and wire the funds to some different account. Take a minute to call your agent, who will probably advise you to call your escrow officer to check and just make sure that you are still using the same routing number, that you're sending the money to the same place. The title company has been the same place for a long time. They've used the same routing number for a long time. They're probably not just going to change it tomorrow. They're a long-standing established business using their long-standing established bank accounts, right? So it sounds so easy, but in the excitement of purchasing a home and in the craziness of 1,000 things to sign, sometimes it's easy to be taken advantage of. And sometimes it's easy to just click the button and send the thing and have it done and be over it, But like I said before, I wanted to just remind you, it is always worth it when you're wiring funds, especially when you're wiring a lot of money, but always, even if you're just wiring a little bit of money for your down payment or your earnest money or whatever it is always worth it to double check with your escrow officer that you're following the correct wiring instructions. They're not going to change most likely. And even if they do change, it's not going to be told you through an email, and it's not going to be anything with urgency. The escrow officer will know exactly what's happening, and it will happen on a predetermined schedule, and it will be okay to take a minute to breathe, to double check the facts, and to make sure you're sending that wire to the right person. So I'll stop talking now. I don't mean to scare you. This almost never happens to anybody, and I don't want it to happen to you. To protect yourself, just take a minute to double check before you wire funds. There is a great advisory made by the Oregon Real Estate Agency, and so hopefully you signed that. If not, you can ask your agent for it. Take a look. And if you're in Grants Pass or Medford, Southern Oregon, needing a real estate agent to guide you through the process, I'd be happy to help. I'm Anastasia with Century 21, and you can always give me a call. 541-226-6448 is my number. The office is 541-476-6502, but if you want to talk to me, just call me. 541-226-6448. Thank you and best of luck.